Welcome back to GTA 6 Source, your, number 15 source of GTA 6 news? Certainly not your first. Let's talk about this next scene in Trailer 2. Yes, we're going one scene at a time. We're going to really milk this for what it's worth. But what we're really going to do is we're going to appreciate the details. That's what's most important. We're going to actually appreciate the things that we often overlook. So, here we have Jason Duval at work. Brian Heder has told him basically, go out, get my checks, get my money, and it looks like Jason is doing just that. We're at some sort of smoke shop, diamond crystal shop, whatever. We got some little details here. We got some art supplies, some brushes and pens there. We have some rocks. We have some crystals. So this is a health store. This is a mindfulness store. This is a store where we find peace and truth and love. And we have here Jason backhanding the clerk here. We have a white boy in dreads, so it all pretty much checks out. So there's a lot of little details from what this store is, from what Jason is doing. If we look over in the corner here, we see some stickers. We see, some really interesting details on the side here. We see more crystals. We see more details. In the background, if we go all the way back, we see some people just going about their day. So again, this is just, the population, the busy streets, the busy stuff going on in Leonida. This is a busy world. Let's take a look at Jason here. This is our first look at Jason in action. Him wearing a Leonido shirt, giving a backhand. I want to point out here that the chain around his neck moves. It moves as he smacks the guy. So this, again, we saw this earlier on when he was wearing that chain. It was clear that it wasn't necessarily attached to him, but now it's a physics object. It's something that moves as he moves. That is just wonderful. You love to see it. Also, if we go ahead a little bit, we can see he's actually holding a bat. So that's really interesting. One, that we're doing a physical melee attack across a desk, which is something that we've never really seen before, but also that we can do hand attacks while holding a weapon. So we've seen some, certain things like that, pistol whip a guy or something, but I don't think we've ever seen ability to hold like a bat like Jason is doing and still be able to backhand somebody. So I'm wondering if that's sort of just a cutscene thing, a gameplay element that can actually be used in the future. Zooming in on this guy's shirt, it looks like it says Dodo's Rising. I don't know what that means, but that just sounds delightful. Dodo's obviously in the GTA universe is a plane, but who's to say? That could mean something completely different, by the way. If you see something else, if you think it means something else, let me know in the comments. Look in the background here. We can see, looks to be an alligator skull. We've all been to a shop like that. We also see in the background here it's a Summer of Love sign. We have a nice little sun and moon thing going on here. We have this lovely sign, which, is just lovely to see alien activity in area. So maybe some aliens are going to pop up in GTA 6 the same way that they popped up in GTA 5. You never know. Also, if we go ahead and move forward, we can look at this in the background. And what some people have assumed was a bit of a clue as to what the map will look like. We see over the clerk's shoulder this postcard stand, and some people were saying that this postcard is showing 2 islands on Leonida's coast. I don't see how you can make that assumption. Clearly the corner is a big sun that's smiling, and it looks like a turtle in the other corner. So I don't think that that's indication of Leonida's map. I don't know, but you never know. I mean, but as far as I can tell, that's not at all what it is. So a lot of detail on the cash register. I mean, it's just it's such a impressive little attention to detail. As I said, there's some shirts here. Maybe you can buy a shirt, change your clothes. Obviously you can, but maybe it's everywhere you can do that. Moving ahead, we can see what appears to be what looks to me like a cutscene kind of, or a gameplay element from the cutscene. We see that clerk over, icing his wounds, more postcards, nothing really there in terms of details. A matchbook that says 420, so it's very clear what kind of shop we're in. Phone number, which, yes, I did call. It is a Miami area code, but it doesn't actually answer to anything, which is very disappointing. I feel like there was a big opportunity to put some real phone numbers in there, but, alas, they didn't do that. And then, of course, Jason collecting his money. We're seeing our first little glimpses of some of the money. There's some details of the money later on in later parts of the trailer, and then some screenshots, and we'll talk about the money when we get to it. I also want to make note of Jason's watch. He wears it in pretty much every scene that we see him in. I don't know if that means anything or it's just that he wears a watch all the time, but it also shows the time. It says there it's 11:08. So I wonder if time does have some fact. If time does have some point in terms of this game. We saw in other games that if you're not at a mission at the right time, it would just sort of speed up to when the time it should be. Or in Red Dead Redemption 2, for example, you could pretty much do any mission at any time, and it would just sort of say, oh, he waited around for 5 minutes or something. So it's interesting that it seems to be such an important detail, or at least it's something that Jason obviously wears all the time. No pun intended. So also looking past Jason, there's a person on the floor. And I'd imagine they're, considering the bong in front of them that is oozing smoke, or I guess that could be a hookah. Who's to say? Hey, let's not assume. You never know. Also, if it is a hookah, you never know what's in it. But they appear to be, having a good day and already done. Now, the question, of course, is, has Jason knocked them out, or are they just passed out? So that remains to be seen. That's about all we can see in this little, 2 seconds of gameplay. The same song that was playing in Jason's car from the last trailer, which is called Child Support by Zenglen, which is just a fantastic song if you haven't heard it, is also playing over what appears to be the store radio system. You love to see diegetic, music. You love to see it. So this is again just the density of the store. There's just so much stuff everywhere. Every single frame of this trailer is just jam-packed with stuff. And it's really, really impressive to see, and it's every time you just really take a look and you really zoom in, you see all those little details that are just so impressive. So this is another look at this scene here, a very short scene, a quick scene showing some action. It looks like it could be some scene stuff, looks like it could be some gameplay stuff. We won't know till we play it, obviously, but it really just shows the diversity of the locations, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of interiors. It looks like we're almost in almost like a shopping mall kind of thing. If you look in the back here, it looks like there's almost sort of like a courtyard kind of thing. If you've ever seen like a strip mall or some sort of shopping center, it looks like we could be in some place like that. The doors appear to be open. Who knows if that's the way it is. There's some people sitting out there maybe eating lunch. So there's going to be so much activity, so much detail, and it's just as always, it's important to just take a step back, slow everything down, and just really marvel in the details that they have created. It's really, really cool to stop and say, let's look at every inch, let's look at every frame. It's just really fun to appreciate some of this stuff that will be overlooked when you finally playing the game. I'm replaying GTA 5 right now, and I'm noticing these little things that after 12 years, I've never really noticed. And so it's really important, I think, to appreciate the artistry that goes into games like this. And so that's why we're doing this series. That's why we're taking our time. That's why we're milking it for everything it's worth, because it's worth appreciating the stuff we've done, the stuff that is being done for us, I should say. So there you go. Another quick 1-second scene. That's the way it goes. This trailer is jam-packed. We got more details coming up next. Stick right here with GTA 6 Source for more information that you probably already know, but can be told it from a different voice. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. Check us out in our next video.